You must have been a beast in high school because you were an athletic specimen. And I remember because I was a Niners fan when they drafted you. You had a huge spike in because of your combine numbers. You run 4.3, you jumped out the roof, you were 255 or something. You were just a freaking freak. And then your first few years, you were kind of feeling it out, and then you became like pretty much a wide receiver. Like you'd be in, but you were so athletic and such a dominant force in the pass game. I remember Alex Smith widening you out. You'd be a tight end on an island outside against corners, running go routes, running by people. Like, were you like this in high school, or did you work for this? Or are you just a specimen? How would you train? What the hell, what's going on?
I said, how did you train? No, man, I was always able to run.
Mm-hmm.
That was my bread and butter, being able to run.
Fast.
I always been fast. But what happened was when I got to college, I was able to keep my speed.
Yeah.
My speed never left. It was like I got bigger, 250 pounds, still running a 4.4, 4.3. It was the craziest thing. I mean, it even amazed me. I'm like, wow. Because I figured, as you get bigger,
yeah,
you lose speed.
Yeah.
A bit. But I was able to keep my speed, and it was always a great asset.
Yeah, man. I just remember you running by guys, and you'd have 50 to 60-yard touchdowns at least once every 2 weeks. It was fucking gnarly. And you and Cap had a run. I mean, you guys went to the Super Bowl. You guys almost won a Super Bowl. What do you do now? To keep staying in shape?
Now I don't lift heavyweight. I tell you that.
Yeah.
I can't lift the heavyweight. My shoulders a little banged up. But I work out 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Lightweight. Still I sprint every now and then, but I just maintain good working habits.
Movement.
Comes to the weight. Yeah, movement. Just staying nice and loose, stretching and massages. I still get the massages twice a week.
See, I got to get back in it.
Oh, you don't get massages anymore?
You know what?
Oh man,
I know it's so stupid because you go from like a Kobe beef like cow where you're massaged every 2 minutes, you go work out, you have perfect hydration, you eating like a fucking king, you got the best gasoline, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Everything's dietitian to what you get you the best. Yeah. And then when you retire, like you lose 4 of those things, and that's a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? You don't have the diet the same, you don't get the body work, you're not running out, you don't do the stretch. So I got to get back on it.
Yeah, it's tough. Especially when you like us right now, we're not playing ball and so many other things that
your bodies, like our bodies they're not our number one source of income now.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's not when I was playing, everything was predicated towards my recovery, my body, because that was my moneymaker and that's what was providing for my family.
Yeah.
Now, like, it's not like now I have fucking meetings I got to do because I'm doing podcasts. You know what I mean? You got other things that I used to say no to because I had to get my body work in.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can feel that. That clock that alarm goes off in my mind though. Whenever I'm sitting back and I know I haven't been to the gym, because I get moments where I'm working, I haven't been to the gym in 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
that alarm goes off. I'm like, man, I gotta get back in the gym.
Gotta get back.
Let me jump in real quick. I've got a question for you, Vernon. Before we move on from that combine, it was a pretty kind of viral moment before viral moments were really happening when you ran that 4.3 in the combine. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like in Indianapolis, and then what kind of opportunities happened or things happened in between the draft and the combine?
So yeah, going from well, I left Arizona. I was training in Arizona before the combine, and athlete's performance is where it was. Between that time and going to the draft, it was like I just kept hearing that song by Eminem. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to, opportunities come once in a lifetime. That song just kept going off inside my mind. Then when I got to the combine, I started listening to that song. And I knew I was only going to get one shot. And if I didn't capitalize on it, that was it. Because being at Maryland, I was up for the Mackey every week and things of that nature, but they didn't talk about me much. It was always Mercedes Lewis. He was, he was the big shot when it came to the tight end position.
Yeah.
And I knew that I had to go to this combine and I had to outperform everyone. And I did. And in between that time, after I had my performance and getting drafted, there was my agent was coming up to me. He's like, you got a shot. You got a chance to get drafted in the top 10. Top 10. It's always top 10. But I would go to these meetings and I started meeting with these teams. You meet with the teams and things of that nature. And I met with the Jets. And I knew they had the 4th pick. They had the 4th pick in the draft. I said, I'm about to be top 4. I'm about to be top. And they loved me. I mean, we sat there, we watched film, and they were talking about how they were going to utilize me at the position. I just knew they were going to take me.
Who'd they take?
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
Not a bad pick.
I put my head in the table and said, oh, man.
You wanted to be in the Big Apple? You wanted to be in the Big Apple.
I wanted to be in the Big Apple.
Yeah. You make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Oh, man. You make it here, you make it anywhere.
You can win on the Jets. You can win anywhere.
Oh, man.
I mean, DeBrickashaw Ferguson he was a really good football player for a very long time.
That's right.
So like they didn't miss on like not getting, because he was a cornerstone of that organization for a while.
He was good. Even at UVA, he was very talented.
You could have Vernon Davis.
Yeah, Vernon.
You imagine Broadway Vern?
Freaking Jets.
Broadway Vern.
Broadway Vern got a nice ring to it.
He got Broadway Vern over here, man.